I want to talk about power, abuse. When abuse of power becomes a word, it relates to a human being, it relates to a body, corporate, government, anybody. It can happen in any sphere of life, it can happen in family, it can happen in your day to day activities, it can happen in your job, it can happen in your marriage. Abuse of power. Recently, I have realized that we as persons tend to go overboard. Sometimes, most times, we don't even know where the limit is. We just be going overboard. I mean, entering overboard, overboard, overboard. You talk to a person, a man speaks to a woman, and the woman says, I don't like this. You respect her. The man says, babe, I don't like you going out too. I don't like this way. I used to have problem. You respect her. When does abuse of power become too much? Is there a word like too much of abuse of power? Is abuse of power abuse of power? Power is the ability to control a person or an object. You have power and you can control someone, whether voluntarily or involuntarily. Trust me, there's involuntary abuse of power. Things like remote neural monitoring. I'm not sure if you heard of that. It's a new thing. I got to know about it, hear about it in America. You can read about it. Remote neural monitoring, where through some kind of special device, there is technology put in your brain. They don't touch you, but they can access your brain. They can hack your brain, quote unquote, the layman's terms. So they get into your brain and see. It's not common in Africa because we don't have that kind of technology. But in America, yeah. So it's an American system. It's an American technology. It's an abuse technology. So in America, they can get into your brain, and you see a lot of people that go into say the psychiatric clinic. They go tell them hearing voices, especially abroad. You see they have strange illness. We used to wonder why. Maybe they are not thinking of the hunger in Africa. So when they are not hearing strange voices, something is actually hitting their head. Something is actually talking to them. Something is actually like they can get signals. It hits their body parts. I've read about this. It's extensive. Hits their body parts. Something is actually hitting their body parts, making signals. Boom, boom, boom. Only them can feel it. You can't feel it. If they tell you about it, you say they're lying, but it's true. They have access to their brain, their thoughts. They can make them think something that it will look like true. They can make them have false memories. You'll be like, oh, I already did this. They never did it. So we have things like involuntary. I didn't ask for it, but they're abusing my power. And I'd like to talk about it in this video. Remote neural monitoring. Remote neural monitoring is a system in which they assess your brain. This brain you're looking at, it God gave you. They assess the brain without touching you. They assess the brain. Usually, there are different types of neural monitoring. I've tried to find out. I heard that if you put aluminium on your door walls or around you, they are not able to access it. They can't access your brain, so people cover their stuff with aluminium. I don't know how true that is. But remote neural monitoring, they assess your brain and they're able to touch you, open your touch you and they hear your thoughts. I don't know if it's earpiece how they use it, but they can hear your thoughts and they can also share it to people. So you can, and so your thought is synced with your television. Say for example, you could be thinking something and you're not thinking it properly. They could just switch into an advert. And you're wondering, oh my God, what is that? What is that? Trust me, it's an American abuse. It is common. It's a wrong side of the law. But if you hear it, the kind of people that are involved in it, they're strange. So you just have to keep your mouth shut. You don't even know. But you never can tell. That's what I mean. So remote neural monitoring is technology that you can touch, accessing your brain. They're monitoring your thoughts. Most people that have it, they always have job issues. They are listening to when you want to go and apply for a job. They go there and embarrass you. They have their people on ground. Oh yes, trust me, it's not just inside your brain. They go to your job and they embarrass you. It's their word. That's what they've been doing. They go there and they embarrass you in the job. They make sure that before you get the job, you will be homeless. Trust me, even if you were living in a mansion, you will sell your mansion. You will have so much issues. You can't even pay for your mansion. They will disconnect you from your job. Your job will be firing you from place to place. That's their own. Once you have nature monitoring, you know that your job is cut off. Because they cut off your source of livelihood. Your job is your only source of livelihood. That's their work. They cut it off. They go from your job to job, they go and cut it off. They cut off your source of livelihood. Bam, bam, bam. They're listening to you say, oh, I want to go and apply in, CVS. That branch of CVS, they have gone there. CVS may not even call you. They may even tell them not to call you. I don't know what authority they used to have to go there. So that's why I say quote unquote, I don't know. They call you, and when you get the job, some of them ain't get the job too, like you, and pose as workers. They embarrass you. They embarrass the hell out of you. They are called gang stalkers. It's a gang. That's what they do. It's a gang. They are gang stalkers. Gang stalkers. It's a gang. So they will go there, they will embarrass you. They will pose as workers, some will pose as supervisor, they will pose as different people, so that you can't be quarreling with everybody. So you have a problem with one of your co-workers, for example. Maybe that one's embarrassing you everywhere. They know that they don't need the job. They only just to make sure that you don't have the job. That's their work. Now you are quarreling with, for example, Cynthia. So and you are trying to, and she you don't even need to. She can just go carry you to HR. You're still trying to calm her down. If you don't respond well to the thing and start crying or whatever, she can just carry you to HR. Increase. If nothing may happen, we just see that they have reported like 3 people. They just do crazy things. So their goal is to make sure that they block your source of livelihood. That's their goal. They don't have another goal. They block your source of livelihood and they put fear. Imagine fear of God into you. You start living your own job, you don't know. Because you see embarrassment. What will you do? Embarrassment. You don't know what to do. Embarrassment on embarrassment. Nobody likes to be embarrassed. As human beings, nobody likes to be embarrassed. Say they embarrass you. Then you have problem with Cynthia. Tomorrow now, your next person will be John. Then you're not able to start asking about you said Cynthia was a mistake. Why will you have problem with Cynthia? How come you have problem with Sam, or you have problem with John, or you have problem with Joaquin? You understand? You give excuses, oh, because of this. How many times will you give excuses? How many excuses can you give? Because are you the only one in the job? They've hired people that they don't give them problems. And trust me, your goal is just to go there, to be able to do your job, so you can, because you have penny payments waiting. Because you'll be out of job for a long time, because everywhere you apply, they went there to stop it. That's their job. They know what to do. They'll be doing it way before you were born, sir. For some of them are old.